Hi everyone, welcome back. I just want to come on here actually really quick. I want to make this video like 10 minutes or less. Today is Thursday, what's they say, February 5th. I'm sorry, I've had a really long day, a really long week, but I just wanted to come in here as promised and upload a video like I said every week. Okay, so a couple of things. I have my official surgery time. It's actually, as I stated before, it's going to be February 20th. And on the paperwork, I have to be there at 5:30 a.m. So Dr. Rosenfeld, his staff actually sent me some paperwork. I'll get you guys the letter. I'm so happy. Like, I don't know what to do. I kind of feel giddy inside, but I scratched out my address and last name and so forth. Anyways, this paperwork came, I don't know, one day last week, maybe Saturday or Monday. Maybe it came Monday. I can't quite remember, but enclosed inside that envelope came basically like instruction sheets and what day the pre-op appointment would be, what time, so forth. All that good jazz. Yeah, it just got real for us, so I'm really excited. My husband and I, we're feeling so blessed to basically be able to get to this point after such a long time. As I stated to you guys before, you know, I just turned 33, and I'm like, you know, if we don't start trying now, there's a strong possibility we may not be trying anytime soon. You know, we have the older kids there. They'll be out the house in a couple of years, and then there's just the youngest one. And I'm like, you know, my kids have been asking, our kids, let me say that, they've been asking for siblings for so long. So I'm like, you know, all right, babe, let's do it. But yeah, we went ahead and we booked a hotel based on the recommendations from Dr. Rosenfeld's office. I think that they had a few different a few different hotels that you can choose from. However, this one particular hotel, they said, you know, they have been sending a lot of clients there. They really truly enjoy this particular hotel. So I'm like, okay. So yesterday I called, made the arrangements for that particular hotel. So that's done. The surgery center and Dr. Rosenfeld's fees have been paid in full, so basically we're good to go. Now, as I told you guys before, I had stated that I was going to try to start dieting. That's a yo-yo. That's really truly up and down, up and down, up and down. Some days I get off to a good start, I'm good. I'm trying to stay below or right at 1,000 calories a day. I'm trying to incorporate more walking, so every day I've been getting up, getting out the house, walking, stretching a whole lot more, doing squats and lunges. I haven't really gotten a chance to really truly get a good workout in. My work schedule is so strenuous. I have to be to work at 8 o'clock and I don't get off till 5. However, the traffic from where I live to where I work, and I work so far from where I live. I live like in Dallas, but the DFW area is so huge. So my morning commute, I really need to leave the house by 6:30 to make it to work at 8 o'clock, and that's if I take the tollway to get to work. Any other time I would have to leave at like 5:45, straight up 6 o'clock in the morning to make it to work at 8 o'clock. Bummer. And by the time I get home, it's well after 6 o'clock. It's like about 6:30 possibly, you know, trying to get the kids together for the next day, trying to get myself and my husband together for the next day. It's very tedious and extremely tiresome. Sorry, you guys. Being Mary Jane is on, and I never really get to watch it. So if you guys see me looking, that's kind of what I'm looking at. But yeah, that's basically where we are. So I have to, oh, that's right. Tomorrow I actually have blood work that I have to get done. So I'm going to go and do that in the morning. And then I'm going to set up an appointment with my gynecologist on the 18th. So we actually have to be down there, like I told you guys before, we actually have to be down there February 19th. On this paperwork, it says at 11 a.m. for my post-op, pre-op appointment. So that's basically where they're going to go over everything. Just give us the information of what to expect. I'm sure they're going to do some, maybe check me, make sure I'm not pregnant, pee in the cup as they usually do. Just, you know, minor things that you get done prior to you actually having surgery. So yeah, I'm excited. It was crazy because the nurse told me to go and get some pads. It's like, why do I need pads? I'm not due to come on, you know, until after the surgery, and that's maybe about 3 or 4 days after the surgery. And she says, well, a lot of times, you know, women will start their menstrual, or they, you know, spot, bleed a little bit, you know, it may or may not be a regular period. So I said, you know what, let me go on to my tracker and see when exactly I'm supposed to start my cycle. So I took a look at that, and it actually stated that I'm supposed to be on the 17th. And I'm like, you know what, that's perfect. So I said, well, I'll make sure I'll make sure I bring some tampons. And she was like, no, Dr. Rosenfeld doesn't want you guys to wear any tampons, and nothing needs to be in the vagina. She says you need to go and get you some pads. Now, ladies, guys, I have nothing against pads, just my personal preference. Well, you get the gist. So I was like, oh gosh. So I'm in the store yesterday looking like, oh, I don't know what type of pads to buy. It was so embarrassing. I don't know. I just thought that was funny. It's almost like when you're going out kind of looking for something you haven't had to use in so long, or you don't typically buy. And by the time you go back, now you have a whole array of things to choose from. And it just was like overload. I'm like, oh shit, just let me grab this one. So hopefully that particular one will suffice, but we'll definitely see. Next week, I will pack a overnight bag. Actually, we're going to be there from Thursday until Saturday in the Houston area. So I'll make sure I pack my away bag, and I pack everything that I need. I don't want my husband to have to go out and look for anything, and then he just brings me something back, and I'm like, what the heck am I going to do with this? Yeah, so I'll make sure I get everything that we need. And I'm trying to remember what else. Trying to remember, so much is rushing to my head right now. So like I said, you know, the dieting, it's going okay. I had been taking Relicore, but I stopped taking it because I don't want it to have any effect with the blood work I'm going to have done. And surprisingly, that actually helped me with my I guess my kind of mood swings I had been having since I wasn't getting completely full. It's like nothing would bother me. I would take the Relicore Extra, 2 in the morning. It recommends 3, but I went online and I looked at the reviews before I even purchased this, and a lot of people were stating, excuse me, a lot of people were stating that the Relicore, it was a bit much for them. So I said, you know what, let me just take 2 and 2. Does the job for me. I feel just fine. It does curb my appetite somewhat. I am noticing that it comes down to discipline. I know that I can get what my body needs with certain things. Like I have, I'm looking over there because it's sitting over there. I have these like protein bars from, is it Circle K? I don't know, Kellogg's, that's what it is. I have those protein bars, and I actually can eat half of the little bar, and I'm like, I'm good. I don't need anything else. In the morning, I'm still having my oatmeal, and I will get either 2 or 3 scrambled eggs. I would do that. And then for lunch, my lunches, a lot of times I can skip lunch. Or if I'm still kind of hungry, I can have like a salad or a soup or something, and I might just kind of snack on something when I get home. Nothing huge, but a lot of times I don't really eat dinner. Like the other night I cooked beef stew, and I didn't even eat it. And that's crazy because I'm like, gosh, why? I'm not big, but I'm a thick girl, and I'm only 5'2". And like I said before in my last video, this is the biggest I have ever been in my entire life. So I am starting to notice that my appetite, I'm sorry, my eating habits have basically, they needed to be adjusted. So I'm finding that as time goes on, it is getting a bit easier for me to discipline myself when it comes down to food. Before, I just felt like I needed to eat every 3 or 4 hours, and a lot of it was like snacks, like what do you call those things, like cinnamon rolls, and just snacks, just stuff that's really not good for you, things that you probably need to have every once in a while. I found myself wanting to eat them all the time, and I went and saw somebody, and they said, oh, it's because your body is breaking down all the sugar, and it's like your body is, I don't know, the analogy they gave was almost like, you're on a high, and when you're coming down off that high, it's like your body is craving it. So I guess that would explain why I needed 2 Dr. Peppers every day, why I needed just a Snickers every day. I was eating so much junk, and I really wasn't incorporating the nutrition that my body needed. Now, I drink a ton of water. I eat a ton of different fruits, but my vegetables, it was on the slim picking side. So I'm doing much, much, much better. Anywho, I don't want to make this video super long like the last one. I think 13-14 minutes will suffice. But hey, look, you guys, if you guys have any questions, any concerns, any helpful tips that you guys can share with me, please. I have a very good listening ear. Hey, don't look at my hair. It'll be different tomorrow. I really, truly would like to hear and like to know and like to read up on as much information as I possibly can. So if you all have something that you guys can share with me, go ahead, leave the information down below. I will also be including Dr. Rosenfeld's phone number, which I have here, and a good contact person that you guys can speak to. But until next time, you all have a good evening, have a safe weekend, and I will be back this time next week. Bye.